Hey Internet! Now last week was E3, so as usual I'm going to do my big old trailer roundup and whatnot, but can I just take a second real quick to talk about how crap Microsoft is? First of all, their current system, the Xbox One, is just a slow, clunky, steaming pile of crap. And now they've announced the Xbox One X, which is a ridiculous endeavor and terrible naming conventions. Not only do they have a perfect name in Scorpio, which sounds cool to 13-year-old boys, but also cements this console as a completely new, different, unique thing. Instead, they're going back and doing what Nintendo did with the Wii U, and giving it a naming convention that's both confusing and misleading in that, is this a console or just an extension? Either way, this thing sounds as terrible as it will probably be, and Microsoft just fails. And on the topic of Microsoft failing at E3, here's some of their biggest announcements. That's right. Their announcements are, you can continue playing the game you've been playing for 10 years on every console and platform that exists, and hey, we still have all those avatar things that you haven't been using. And now they have unicorns and wheelchairs. So, I don't really know what Microsoft's goal was, but unless it was fail extraordinarily, they failed extraordinarily. And even if that was their goal, good job at sucking. But all of that aside, let's get to the trailers. Ooh, I know this one. Most beloved game. Alright, Quake, or Doom, Wolfenstein, maybe The Sims, Civilization, Warcraft, Dungeon Keeper, any of these? Oh, Age of Empires. Yeah, I wouldn't have got that. Alright, now this is a ridiculous fucking trailer. The main things they highlight in this trailer are upgraded graphics, which is a top-down RTS. The graphics mean fuck all. New zoom settings, which, woohoo, you can zoom now! Pretty sure that exists in also every RTS. I mean, you can zoom out slightly further now, but who really cares? And lastly, new and improved gameplay. And if you watch this video clip here, see, they demonstrated that new and improved gameplay by showing you units fighting each other, which is how every real-time strategy game has ever played in the history of the genre. So, there's nothing new or improved about this game at all. It's the same game we've literally all played, repackaged, and shoveled out on that shitty Xbox One. Speaking of which, they also mentioned that it now has Xbox Live multiplayer. That's great if you A, are stupid enough to buy an Xbox One, and B, have a friend stupid enough to also buy an Xbox One. But since most people know better and bought a PS4, kind of a useless endeavor.
Get ready for the sun. Let's do the Odyssey. Odyssey, yes, Odyssey, yes, Odyssey, yes, Odyssey, yes, Odyssey,
so this is the new Mario game. And I'm just going to say, Mario has almost always been the benchmark for platformers. Super Mario Bros. 3, Super Mario World, Mario 64, Mario Galaxy. These are all, like, you know, the paragons of platforming. Like, this is what every game wants to achieve. And this new game is a Mario game, but attacking with your hat and possessing taxi cabs and Tyrannosauruses, I don't know. I'm not going to say Nintendo ran out of ideas. I'm just going to say it looks like they ran out of good ideas.
Hey, you! Stop right there! Come on, come back here!
Okay, so H.P. Lovecraft is a master of horror. If you don't know what Cthulhu is, A, you live under a rock, and B, it's a creation from H.P. Lovecraft. So this game should be just incredibly enthralling as far as horror survival games go. The problem is, this trailer is not. It's very boring and generic, and I genuinely am not interested in this game from that trailer. So, even if the game ends up being great, this trailer is an utter disappointment, and that's really sad with anything with Lovecraft's name attached to it.
Time to do what I do. Let's kill some shit.
Hey, remember Saints Row? You liked that game, right? Great, buy this game too! See, now that's how you do a proper horror trailer. That's exciting, that's fun. I'm going to end up buying both games, I'm sure, but this is the one I'm excited for. How could you not be? If nothing else, it had boobs in the trailer. Everyone loves boobs. Maybe I'm just getting cynical in my old age, but do all action-adventure trailers look alike to people? Like, this looks the same as God of War, Assassin's Creed, Devil May Cry, and every other action-adventure type game out there. Like, I don't know if there's any difference at all. I can't really tell them apart. Aside from a slightly differently dressed hero, they may as well all be the same game. And granted, we'll probably have fun hacking and slashing away at giant ogres and whatnot, but I don't know, it's probably going to end up feeling like the same game I've played a million times. It's no different from God of War or any of the other games you've played. And speaking of God of War and generic action-adventure games and trailers, here's this one. See, it was fairly generic gameplay. The only real thing that stood out in this trailer is that A, Kratos' normal weapons are gone, and B, it looks like this entire game you're going to be strapped with an insufferable escort quest, similar to Ashley in Resident Evil 4. And no one likes that.
The world of Anthem is hostile, and threats can come from any direction. It's a dynamic world where the unexpected is around every corner.
Yeah, he seems like a problem for another day.
We're getting some fire from up ahead.
I'll go low. You flank.
Okay, now this is a futuristic alien shooter with jetpacks. So I'm not entirely convinced it's not a Halo game. And also because it is just another first-person shooter, I'm just going to skip it because who the hell really cares? Alright, now I love Yoshi games. I really do. Yoshi's Island is probably in my top 3 favorite games. But, Nintendo, you need to stop with the weird graphic gimmicks. Whether it's the crayon-drawn stuff, or what looks like the inside of my grandma's yarn cupboard, or this new pile of household recyclables. Like, just stop with that crap. Just make a game. Like, the Yoshi games are all fun. You don't need the gimmick. Just make the game, market how fun it is, and people will buy it regardless.
At last a day dawned, and we rose with this first light. But that light was a betrayal, only fleeting.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm not even sure why, but watching this trailer and seeing like the simplistic graphic style and, you know, the missing blocky faces and whatnot, it just reminds me of King's Quest VIII. And once that clicked in my head, all I can think about is how much I enjoy playing King's Quest VIII. So yes, this trailer did succeed in creating hype. Unfortunately, it was for the wrong game.
Finish him!
Flawless victory.
Get over here!
Wins. Fatality.
Okay, now first, real quick, I have to say, I love that they're including the fan-made YouTube series in their trailer for their official franchise. That's just funny to me. But second, what the hell was that trailer for? Do any of you know? I have no idea. Was it a new game? Is it new character DLC for Mortal Kombat 10? Or X, however you want to pronounce that? Are they making a new movie? Are they bringing back the cartoon? Are they launching a new line of toys? Like, what was this for? They touched everything in the franchise. They give you no specifics whatsoever. So really, this is more confusing than informative. I think Warner Brothers kind of failing in the marketing department on this one. Okay, so obviously as a Nintendo fan, I've been hearing about this game for a while. They've been talking it up or whatnot, but I haven't really seen anything about it because I just haven't looked. So now that I'm finally seeing it, what? Like, it looks like, you know, just a fully 3D rendered video game version of Rock'em Sock'em Robots. You flail around with unwieldy spring-loaded arms, and you try to smack the other guy in the face more times than they smack you in the face. Is that fun? I don't know.
Hey, you got a bite. Don't let up. All right. Oh, yeah. Look at the size of that thing. Almost there. Keep going.
Speaking of uninteresting games, have you ever wanted to take a mini-game from a large-scale RPG and turn it into a full-fledged standalone fishing game with the not-yet-dead emo prince Noctis and his buddies? No? Yeah, me neither.
Now it is my turn to tip the balance of Anubis.
Okay, this looks nifty, as most of the S. Creed games do. However, I have an issue. This takes place in ancient Egypt, and yet I did not see a single jackal-headed god of the afterlife anywhere in this trailer. And, I mean, you know, I want to play the Assassin's Creed games anyway. I've played them all so far, and I know that they're going for semi-realistic historical accuracy, alternate history, but still. And that's all well and good for most of the time. However, when you're in ancient Egypt and you're in this time frame, fuck realism, I want to fight Anubis. So you better create a fully rendered Anubis that I get to battle against, or even team up with, either way, or else this game blows. Just by default, it blows. Let's be honest, it's Ubisoft, it's probably going to blow anyway.
Oh, come on. Oh, crap. Come on, come on! Son of a bitch. Let's do this. Yeah? You want some of this? Yeah!
Okay, see, I'm kind of undecided on this game. On the one hand, I love riding motorcycles and stabbing people. I like doing those things in video games, too. On the other hand, though, there were a few quick-time events in that cutscene that they showed, and I don't know how I feel about that. Like, I really thought that was a fad that would have died off by now, because just stop. But on the third or fourth, whatever hand I left off on, it ends with a giant zombie bear wrapped in barbed wire. And that's cool as shit. So, I don't know, maybe this is good?
Where's your master? I don't deal with domesticated.
Hey, the fuck? I ain't got no master, but I do have your little toy.
Show me the idol. Show me the Redeemer.
Here you go, mate. Yo, hand it over. I got a hot date who don't do late.
Monkey's got a date.
Mwah.
What? What?
What? That's Swiss fucking chocolate, pig. Bon appetito.
Now, how is this a sequel to Beyond Good and Evil? Like, I played that game, and then I saw this trailer, and if it didn't have the name at the end, I would make no connection between the two. So I don't know what that's supposed to be. Also, it's driving me nuts that the voice of the monkey in the trailer sounds incredibly familiar to me, but I cannot for the life of me place it. Also, I heard a Wilhelm scream. It doesn't really affect my opinion one way or the other, I just wanted to point that out.
Motherfucker. They killed the power around the world. We're gonna light it back up, because this is far from over. In fact, it's only just begun. That's why we brought in you. You got the talent. Now you need the tech. Big things too far! Today, You throw grenades. Boom! Tomorrow, you'll be throwing cars. Forget dropping bombs. You're dropping buildings. Now it's time to get to work. Time to step up your boom. Oh, that's my cue. It's go time. Yeah, son. Oh yeah. Welcome to the Asian city.
Okay, finally, Terry Crews made it into a video game. I know the guy's been trying. He finally did it. Good for him. Honestly, I wish they would have said that when they announced the pre-orders for this game way back when. I also wish they would have announced that it was going to take 3 years or so for this game to be made when they started taking pre-orders, but, you know, you can't have everything.
I'm in position.
Only then will you walk in the light of our Father and be delivered.
Boom, boom, motherfuckers.
Boom, 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 boom. Bang, 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 bang.
So not quite a generic shooter, more of a generic sandbox shooter. I mean, it looks fun, but just, I don't know, whatever.
Hold on, just a little while longer. Hold on, just a little while longer.
Okay, let me stop you right there. See, I live near Buffalo, New York, and once you show any hint of, like, simulated snow shoveling, I am not fucking interested. No. Alright, seriously though, this looks like a mix of, like, the absorption stuff from Prototype and also all the excessive hacking from Watch Dogs. And those are both good games, so, you know, this might be too. Just no more of that snow shit. It was at this point that the entire audience came. You know, I don't know how Metroid is not a movie yet. I mean, unless you count the fan-made one that was on YouTube, which is actually worth a watch, by the way. But, just, how has that not happened, Nintendo? Seriously, get on it. As for the game itself, it doesn't matter what I say about it. It's Metroid. Even if everyone in the world shits all over this thing, people are going to line up in droves to buy it on name recognition alone, and it will be a bestseller for the console. So, there you go.
When I was a kid, I always dreamed of seeing dinosaurs. Even just a little one. Guess I should have dreamed bigger.
Alright, now apparently I'm still a little kid inside because I heard that dinosaurs were in this game and immediately got super excited. I then saw that it was going to be a mobile game and screamed, "Fuck you," to my screen, really loud.
Even those lost amongst the mountains can find their way within the stars. The path is written for you to find. The path to warriors destined for Sovngarde. To beasts cursed by an unquenchable hunger. To scholars of ancient and ferocious magic. And to dark terrors from above. They all await in Skyrim.
And on the topic of bullshit games, this is going to be a card game. Because, you know, of all the times I've played the Elder Scrolls series, I've always been thinking to myself, man, what this series really needs is a bullshit spin-off card game. Also, Bethesda, fuck you anyway for thinking that you're going to get my money, because you still won't let me get achievements while playing Fallout 4 or Skyrim with mods. So fuck you.
Let's go!
Hmm?
See, Nintendo keeps making all these Mario RPGs with, you know, the Paper Mario and the Superstar Saga and those deals, and that's fine, they're all great games. But what Nintendo really needs to do is talk to Square and just become really good friends again and give us the Mario RPG that we actually want.
Oh!
Okay, now I know the internet's pissed off at this game for whatever reason, and I kind of understand because I don't like Rabbids either. Nobody really does. But from the split second of gameplay that they showed in this big cinematic trailer, it looks like this is a turn-based tactical battle type game. In which case, I'm going to buy this in a second. Again, not because I like Rabbids. I don't. You don't. No one does. But tactical turn-based battle games are awesome. So I'm going to buy this. And let's be honest, you probably are too. Okay, see, that's not even a trailer for a game. It's not really a trailer at all. It's just a big commercial to remind you that Square has this giant money-making franchise that they want you to spend money on and consume. That's all. So, just keep buying Square stuff. Carry on.
The game is a gritty crime thriller designed to be played on your own or collaboratively with a group. In this game, your choices really, really matter. The characters in the drama can live or die based on the decisions that you make.
Alright, you know how some people do those big fancy murder mystery dinners where they have all their friends over and then someone dies and then they have to spend the rest of the dinner figuring out which of these characters was the one that did it, and they all play a role and it's a big interactive thing you do with your friends. You might not know because people don't really do that as much anymore. It's kind of fucking weird. But this game looks like one of those, except with your phones. So it has all the interactivity of a murder mystery dinner, but without any interactivity because you're all staring at your phone and the TV. So, great job bringing people together just to make them ignore each other.
A sword such as this will bring honor to its bearer.
See, why would that be the case? Bearing a sword takes no real skill or talent. Why would that be the mark of a great man? Forging a really nice sword would be a mark of someone great. Bearing that sword means that your motor skills have developed at least as far as that of the average simian. Also, this game is about being a knight, or someone killing your father and you're gonna murder them because you're Inigo Montoya or something. I don't fucking know, whatever. Alright, nothing new here. It's Kirby. So you eat enemies to steal their powers. Occasionally you combine powers to make even weirder and sometimes better powers. Nothing's changed. it's a formula that works, and we're all going to play it.
How much are you willing to sacrifice? To suffer?
I have given up everything.
Not everything.
And the endless franchise continues. Thank you, Peter Jackson. This whole thing, I think, is just cutscene and there's no actual gameplay, so I can't really tell you anything about the game or judge this. They made a cutscene, so yay for that, I guess? Okay, see, I already covered this. I'm from New York. I don't care about snow. Fuck you. Sweet Christ. They're actually giving the Sonic fan art community the ability to make their own characters and then put them in the game. So now you're going to sell 90 billion copies, which I guess is great for the Sonic team. However, they're all going to be to the weird fucking internet people that think this is art. Blah.
Dante, can the ladies come out to play?
Be good.
Ebony, Ivory, care to dance?
Maybe it's just me, but this trailer seemed to very heavily favor Marvel characters. I know Marvel's bigger than Capcom right now with their whole MCU thing going on, but, you know, it's supposed to be equal parts. Also, I have to say, there was no mutants in here, so I really hope that this trailer is not indicative of the final game, and the games aren't going to be stuck with the same licensing deals that the movies are. Because if we get another Marvel vs. Capcom without Gambit in it, I'm not going to buy it.
Peggy 18.
Okay, let me stop right here, but for a good reason. I think this needs to happen more. I think more books need to be made into video games. Not books that were movies that then become games, like Harry Potter. I mean just from a book to a movie. Like Kim Harrison's The Hollows series would make incredible books. The Xanth novels by Pierce Anthony. Any of the Pern novels by Anne McCaffrey. Or, I know she's lost her taste for media adaptations of her works now, but Anne Rice's vampire books would be amazing as a video game. So, I really hope this catches on. And I know I just rambled off a bunch of book names instead of showing you the actual trailer, but this game actually looks pretty decent too, so hopefully it will be good, and that trend will catch on, and we will get some of those games I just talked about. Because that would be fucking awesome.
Koenigsegg Regera, 0 to 60 in 2.7 seconds. We intercept, then grab the cargo.
It'll be part of a convoy.
What are you thinking?
Quick hit and run. Get me close to the truck and I'll take care of the rest.
See, this is weird, because this feels like a very dated franchise. The whole trailer, they're trying to pull off one of those big rig heists from the old Fast and Furious movies. It just feels very dated, weird. And then they have all the slow motion destruction crashes, similar to like you saw in the Burnout series. And I don't know, this whole trailer, if you would have played it like 10, 15 years ago in the early aughts, that would be anything that starts with 200 and then has a single number. It would have been great. It would have been impressive. I would have been excited for this game. But now it just feels weirdly dated and out of place. I can't really get excited for this because it's just not an exciting thing anymore. now this is similar to what I said about Kirby. It's a tried and true formula that they know people enjoy and are going to buy. If you've played Monster Hunter before, it's going to be the same thing. And you'll buy it, and you'll enjoy it, and everyone's happy. If they really want to excite us, instead of announcing a new Monster Hunter, announce a new Monster Rancher. That was incredible. And Tecmo, you know, they'd probably have more money and a bigger budget now. Maybe they could take this and team up with some of the other companies to have monsters in the game be monsters from those other franchises, or at least look like them, or look similar art styles, whatever. Because that would just make an amazing game. If you don't know what I'm talking about, Monster Rancher is an old monster hunting collecting game from like the PS1, PS2 era, where you would take the game out of your console, put in other games, DVDs, CDs, whatever, and a lot of times you get monsters that were exclusive to that type of disc, that style of disc, that genre of music, whatever. Putting in an Ozzy CD would get you like a really dark, undead style monster, that kind of thing. It was really cool in concept. They need to bring that back. That's way more fun than Monster Hunter any day.
That if I did not kiss the girls, my lips would grow a moldy. Way ho away, we'll haul away.
Alright, well thanks to Disney, I mean, people still like pirates, right? So this game looks like it has a Victorian setting and some vampires. It's really all the information I have to go on here, so I don't know. Maybe it'll be good. Maybe it'll be Twilight. Couldn't really tell you. At the end of the day, it actually just kind of looks like a poorly rendered music video for an Ada Maria song.
Here you go, Peggy. There's everything your mother ordered and a ration card. And here's a lakritz schnecker just for you.
Wow. Gee, thanks, Mr. Wilson.
Hey, Peggy.
Hi, Bill.
Get it off. Okay, hang on. I'm gonna get you out. Get it off. Hang on, I'm gonna get you out of there. Hang on, buddy. Just hang on.
Good girl, Liesel. Bravo Hund. Liesel, no! No! Stop it, Liesel! No, that's enough, Liesel! Liesel! Bad girl.
Okay, so this trailer starting off as an old school sitcom like that is probably the greatest thing ever. I will literally buy this game just to support whoever thought it was a good idea to do that for the trailer, because it 100% was.
I have one more announcement. Game Freak has begun developing a core RPG Pokemon title on Nintendo Switch. It may not release for more than a year, but we hope you'll look forward to it all the same. In the meantime, let's enjoy this year's E3.
Okay, see, amazingly, this seems like an afterthought, like a last-minute addition, because they spend a couple minutes talking about the new Pokemon DX, or Pokken Tournament DX, or whatever the hell the thing is, the Pokken Tournament remake for Switch. And then right at the very end, he's like, oh, by the way, we're doing a core Pokemon RPG for the Switch. That's not a by the way. That's gigantic news. This is what people have wanted since the series started. A core franchise entry on a home console. And we're finally getting it. Which means hopefully Nintendo is finally realizing that they're banking on nostalgia for all their money. They really are. They don't have new IPs. It's all the same stuff we grew up with. And that means that their target demographic is no longer the, 13 to 19 age group. They're targeting people from mid-20s to mid-30s at this point. And if you want to continue appealing to those people, you have to understand that portable handheld gaming is not as practical as appealing to us as it once was. We have jobs, we have shit we have to do now. We don't have time to sit around in a car or in a park or whatever playing a thing. If we're playing a game, it's at home on a TV, on a console. And this here was the second time the entire audience came. Yeah, no shit. This thing's been in development for as long as the average lifespan of a Time Lord. Just release the goddamn game already, will you? And if you held this up just to include fucking Frozen, so help me God, I'm gonna be pissed. When we finally get this game, it better have Princess and the Frog, because that was one of the creepiest villains I've ever seen in a Disney movie. And it better have fucking gargoyles, because nothing would be cooler than Sora teaming up with Goliath to fucking murder people in New York City. And actually, New York City would be a perfect setting for Disney, because you also have the Enchanted movie that you could do there and have a big dragon fight at the end. And since you now own Marvel, you could tie in Spider-Man, the Avengers, all the street-level people like Daredevil, pretty much every Marvel character. So, come on. Put that stuff in there, and just give me gargoyles. And then release the game. Like, soon. Because this is the third E3 in a row, I think, where I've seen Kingdom Hearts 3 announced, and I'm sick of it being announced. Just release it. At least Half-Life 3 has the, common courtesy to not announce itself until it's actually coming out. Which is never. And anyway, there you go. That's E3. Now I'm sure there's at least one game that you wanted to hear about that I missed, because I can't talk about everything that was announced at E3. I could, but this video would be even longer than it already is, and it's already pretty goddamn long. So, if you want more coverage, or actual coverage, instead of my unbiased parody-ish reviews, you can actually head over to GamerAssaultWeekly.com, and no, they're not sponsoring me anymore. I haven't worked for them for a while. This isn't a paid endorsement or anything. But they sent a whole team to E3, and they covered, every fucking thing. So if you want actual news, or any of the crap I missed, head over there. They've got it all, and tell them I said hi, and maybe they'll send me some more free games. And other than that, I have nothing else to say, so thanks for watching, and peace out.